You are looking live at the Gardens Ice House in Laurel, Maryland, where the New Jersey Rockets 16U girls are getting ready to take on the Tri-Cities Eagles. Hi everybody, this is Joe Rizzo coming to you rinkside as the girls in black with black jerseys, white numbers, and gray trim get ready to take on the Tri-City Eagles at the opposite end of the ice. Referees getting the nets ready, making sure they're all good. Coaches Paul, Bob, and Jeremy on the bench. Two goalies suited up for now. I think Grace Ulrich will be in between the pipes for the start. As we await the opening horn and get to the end of this blaring music. I don't know if it was as loud on here as it was in my ears, which are covered with AirPods, but nonetheless, here we are. Eagles with white jerseys, blue lettering, not quite, yeah, it's royal blue, orange trim. These are technically the Rockets road jerseys, but a lot of the girls and the people around prefer them sometimes to their home grays. But with the way teams are these days, you never know which jerseys you're going to be wearing because you don't know what the home team jersey scenario is. Sometimes home teams like to wear their darker jerseys. Not the case here. So unlike the NHL, where home teams tend to wear their darker jerseys or their non-white jerseys, the Tri-City Eagles wear their whites. Grace Ulrich gets the start, 84. And we say gets the start because this is the most unique goalie platoon you've ever seen in your life. If she comes out of the nets, she's likely to do a quick change on the side, get into her skating gear, and try to score a goal. Liftoff in Maryland. Bella gets it, shovels it near corner here for Riley. Eagles try to get it out in front. Hope comes all the way back, and she'll take it up the right-hand boards, the far side boards. Looking for a little room there, doesn't get it. 3 Eagles there. Centers for Barbara, just past the stick. 17-minute periods, 2-minute penalties. Icing in effect in all situations as Barbara sends it toward the net. And didn't have a lot of juice on it, but that makes one save for the opposing goalie. So as we were saying, Grace, you might not see her in net for the whole game. That doesn't mean she's going to be on the bench. But we'll pick that up when we come to it. Rockets win the face-off to the near side circle. Bug keeps it in at the left point, but can't get it deep enough. Eagles try to break out. Bug goes down to keep it in. And they finally bat it past Bug. This one going possibly at the net. Grace has to play it. I guess there was no icing. Brought over for Haley. Haley right in front of you. Lifts it for Bug. Bug will move it up the boards and get it out of the zone. They bring it in offside. And again, there we go with the offside stuff. Offside is now automatic. That is the way that these girls will be playing it for the rest of their youth hockey careers, even if they go all the way through U19s. In effect for 5 years from today. Well, 5 seasons including this. Aaron behind her own net tries to move it up but can't. One of the Eagles pulls it, tries to center it. Left dot, wrist shot, somebody got a piece of it. And they move it to the far side boards. Left point, shot through traffic, deflected. They come around the back of the net. They center it in front, but 3 Rockets guard the house. And that pass goes all the way out into the offside position. Eagles touch it up and they'll bring it in. A lot of traffic there, so forced out to the side. Centered into the slot, Bug ties up the player, then gets to the puck, then moves the puck out of danger. Sydney in pursuit, the first rocket, and she allows her teammates to change behind her as the Eagles move it up to center ice and through. They send it down right along the dasher and behind the net. Shoshana moves her player off, but there's no second player to help out. Now centered in front, Rose was there guarding and helping out. Sydney trying to corral that one. Bug will pick it up, doesn't have much room there, and this is Elise now, moving it up but not out, over by Sydney. Eagles maintaining possession here low. They try to center it. It bounced over a stick. That would have been a good scoring chance. Eagles left point, wrist shot, deflected by one, covered. Bug moves the player out of the zone of her goaltender's glove. And we have a whistle in the stoppage of play. 14:29 left first period. No score from the Gardens Ice Center in Laurel, Maryland, in the shadows of Laurel Park, where they race horses. Wrist shot through traffic. Grace got the glove on it. Rebound. She gets the logo on it, and it pops behind her, and two Eagles batted in. That looked like Lynn, who was able to get her stick on it and put it in the net. So Grace made one save and then a difficult second save. They couldn't corral it. There were enough Rockets there, but there were also a lot of Eagles, and one of them was able to get a stick on it just in time. As the music continues to blare, and I'm going to try to talk over it as much as possible because it messes with the YouTube algorithm if I don't. I might even have to mute it out between periods. Fought for in the neutral zone, that's Jules over there, helped out by Hope. Hope now moving over, and she will get it to Cookie. Cookie tries to bank it off the boards. Eagles push it in, Hope gets it. She'll look to move it, and she'll eventually try to bat it forward as she's 1-on-2 with no extra help there. Eagles keep it in somehow through a load of traffic. In the slot, loose puck, nobody can get it. Shot off Shoshana's right leg. Hope coming down to help out and get that one. Sydney can't stop the turn of the corner. Come in front, wrist shot was fanned upon. Grace was there, she got low. No shot as it was moved aside. Rockets are running around a little bit here as the Eagles maintain possession in a 1-0 lead with 13:22 left in the first. Hope will interrupt that rush, send it forward for Jules. Jules and Hope, if they can get there. Jules and Hope, they can't. They do get a change behind the play. This one's going to be sent down for icing, and Bella was there in case it wasn't. Grace fields the puck, sends it to the referee, and he'll skate it all the way down to his cohort. 13:08 left first period, 1-0 Eagles. They've had the balance of the play go their way. Face-off battled for. Eagles won it, but Riley keeps it in at the left point. Looks like a 5D scenario. She pinches in, gets help from behind, and none the worse for wear as Haley banks it off the boards into the center zone for Riley. Eagles will send it in. No icing there. It looked like they were behind the line, but very difficult to see from this vantage point. Sent in front, backdoor redirection, and that's a score. Eagles got the puck, top of the left circle. They sent it across. Looked like 52 found her way to the back post and almost in slow motion is able to just bat that one in. 2-0 Tri-Cities, the home team, over the Rockets. This is the 16U AA Girls game. If you're tuning in a little early for the 19Us, we invite you to stay on with us for now and for later. The other game's scheduled to start at 3:40 if you keep in time. Backdoor chance again, but they fan on that. It could have easily been 3-0. Aaron up the right side, boards to Sid, can't get it out. Right back down, they'll try it again. Aaron will get through one, get through two, gets it up to the point, and that will get out. So if the Eagles try to bring it in, they'll be immediately offside. Sid gets it, gains the center line, looking to dump it, but caught a little traffic from behind and couldn't get it through. That one comes loose to center ice. Bug steps up, gets it once, can't get it the second time. Eagles break in 2-on-1, looking for someone. They center it, fanned on the shot. If she had the stick backwards on the backhand, it would have deflected right off there and probably gone in. Those are the breaks. That one went the Rockets' way. Morley comes out of the corner. She could have probably just gone right to the net. Instead, she chose to pass it into traffic. Another move that benefited the Rockets. Pinching in from the point is their left wing, not even a defenseman, to come and get the puck. Actually, well, she's covering the defensive point now. Here's somebody bouncing off of Aaron. Are they going to call a trip on that? Wow, that's a rough call right there. The player ran into Aaron. She wasn't tripped by the stick. She ran into her. If anything, I would have called maybe interference or a check, but I don't think it was either of those. Trip would have been last on my list. Hopefully the player is okay. She gets off. She had a little help getting off. Her teammate carried her stick to the bench. Seems to be okay. Difficult call against the Rockets there, as they're down 2-0 and now they have to defend with 4 players. Barber will take the face-off. She's with Hope up front. Cookie and Shoshana, the defense pairing, to kill it off. Miller looking here on the back door. He's just out of your picture and coming in now. Wrist shot through traffic. Rebound off the blocker. Goes just wide. Looking to set it up, they do. Near side low shot along the Geis and a low angled wrist shot. Grace was able to get it. Covers up after it eluded her for a moment. 11:03 left first period. 100 seconds left in the power play. Bug gives a little wink to her TNU organizational teammates as she heads to her position. Picked off by Brianna! She's got a breakaway if the puck doesn't go too far out of her reach. She's not going to have the break, but she'll get possession. Tries to center it for Haley, but it's knocked aside. Rockets nearly pulled off the shorthanded breakaway as Paulino came through. And Paulino picks that one off in neutral ice. Joined quickly there, so she can't get a breakaway, but a big penalty-killing shift by Brianna. Now, for some reason, the clock didn't start. That whole sequence has now taken just 7 seconds off the clock when it should have taken about 27. So the clock maker is doing a lot of clock favoritism right there. This is going to end up being a 2.5-minute power play. The clock now says 10:40. After the game's over, you can go back and time how much time went off, but it was about a half a minute of penalty killing that is just erased from the map, as if the home team didn't need more of an advantage after their big start here. They'll bring it in onside, but with a lot of trouble as Riley, the one-woman show 1-on-2, kills that rush. Bringing it in offside, but they will, actually it looked like she might have gotten onside as the player held her back skate on the line. Eagles will try to set up. 52 seconds left on what's ending up to be a 2-minute and 30-second power play. Wrist shot fired just wide. Riley takes out whoever it was, the last goal scorer in the crease, in case that one got centered. It was Bella. Thank you, Tom Rose. That's why he's the best color man in the business. Sent across ice. And now she'll skate it back to the point. It was 52. She'll skate all the way in, unencumbered. Wrist shot. Grace gloves it. Holds on. No rebound. 9:48 left in the period. 24 seconds left in a power play that should certainly be over by this point. Grace will... Well, I mean, hell. Is she just going to go right into the game right now as a skater? Or is she... Oh, she has to tie the skate. And when a goalie needs to tie the skate, in many cases she has to just take off the pad. So she'll give her penalty killers a little bit of an extra rest here. This is an equipment adjustment. There's no injury. And they're coming over to the bench to see what's needed here. It's somebody maybe needs a mouthpiece. 3 of the 19U Rockets are rushing to the locker room to get something. Okay. Well, they're already gone, so that whatever they needed to get, they don't need to get. Grace, oh, maybe she's got some tape there. I don't know what she's going to do. Anyway, so one-upmanship will help the Rockets here to hopefully be fresh. They ought to be fresh for the last 24 seconds of the penalty kill. We'll have to find out what was going on after the game. Bella will now come over as Grace's mom drops some industrial strength duct tape. So it looks like the left skate. Grace has got to tape up the left skate here for some reason. Looks like she's got it figured out. Coach Paul comes down there to help his player out. Bella putting the tape on her head and waving. If we could just get Bella Cucci to come out of her shell, folks, I think that she's probably got a wonderful personality buried in there. That's said in the sarcasm font. And we're going to give you a little look at the 19Us over here who have congregated to watch, we'll call them their teammates. It's technically they're on different teams, but it's like one big happy family with the Rockets over here, and the girls wearing each other's jerseys to root each other on, and for sure we'll see the 16Us returning that favor when the 19Us are out here. At what was scheduled to be a 3:40 start, but with the equipment delay here, that might be in jeopardy. Okay, Grace is ready. The Rockets are ready. The Eagles are ready. And we're going to face it off in front of you. Haley will take the face-off. She and Brianna, the forwards on the penalty kill. Haley will win that one, bank it up but not out, and the Eagles will send it back in with now 18 seconds left on the penalty. Bella fighting one-on-one. Riley gets to it, but an Eagle steps into the passing lane. Bella blocks a shot with the left pad, and this one's sent through. Riley picks it off in the zone, gets it out. Eagles clear the zone. Bella sends it to the near side boards. That's going to kill off the remainder of the penalty. And the Rockets are at full and even strength. So they kill off a penalty that, if you're just tuning in, was probably about 2.5 minutes because the clock operator didn't operate the clock after the 1:40 mark of the penalty for about 30 seconds. Rockets with some pressure down low. That looks like Aaron pinching behind the net, or rather Brianna. 16, 18, it's all good. Eagles will break out 2-on-1. Bella tries to cut it off at the pass. Bella gets back, wrist shot, score. Morley, 98 with the goal. Can't say it was really a breakaway, it was a 2-on-1, but she was able to turn the corner on the defender. And then the other player sort of got out of the passing lane. Well, she cut into the middle rather than using the back and forth play when it got to be a 2-on-0. So it's 3-0 in favor of Tri-Cities as the Rockets try to regroup here. And although they killed off the penalty without giving up a power play goal, they've let up 3 at even strength. Rockets trying to gain pressure in the middle of the offensive zone, can't do it. This is going to be a 3-on-2 for Tri-Cities. Cookie and Shoshana back. Eagles get it, try to turn the corner. One-timer, pad save rather, looked like maybe Grace got the blocker on it. Hope near side. Hope up the left side boards. Hope has a lot of pressure, and she dishes to Barbara on the left wing. Oh, she's decked behind the play, no call. Right in front of the referee. She took an elbow right to the back, no call. So a lot of home cooking going on here for Tri-Cities between the scorekeeper and the ref. And the Rockets certainly are going to play hard to make their own breaks, but geez, they could use one. It doesn't have to be stacked against them this much. They see Hope as the type of player that can really carry the play, and they want to play physical on her, and that's fine. But when it's outside the rules, you got to call them. You got to protect them. They're still kids. It's youth hockey. Eagles working with it behind the end line near side right in front of you. Morley comes out of the corner. Center's in front all alone. Wrist shot. Left pad save, and Grace covers up. So the Eagles with some good puck movement there, and they're very much looking at the back door, which has been open not just for the goals, but in a bunch of other times. So the Rockets are going to have to sort that out. They've had periods this season where they've been able to sort it, and they've had other periods where it hasn't worked out so well, and this is one of those. Elise will try to move it up the left wing. She's previously worn 37, but now that her jersey is here, she's going to be number 12. Centered in front, and Rose whacks that away. Wrist shot, another, that one wasn't even a blocker save. It looked like Grace got it with the right arm. Puck comes out, and the Eagles quickly clear the zone and move it back in. Morley again, she's got one of the goals. Centers, Rose was there. She's playing center. Comes over to Bug. Bug tries to get it out, but she can't get it up past the point. Comes back, and Aaron will be there. Aaron, the Rockets are 2-on-3 down low, but Rose actually did come back to defend the top of the crease. Eagles are willing to certainly play 2 down low, and their third player comes late. They'll move it around behind the net. Defense pair switch off. Rose picks up that player. Sent through, but they can't get a shot off. So they don't have possession, but they're defending it well for the moment. Eagles trying the back door, sent in front, and at the top of the crease, 52 bats it in from Lynn, 32. So this line has combined for at least 3, and I think maybe even all 4 of the goals to this point. 6:09 left first period, 4-0 Tri-City over the New Jersey Rockets. With possibly a few exceptions, most of the girls were driving down and in cars for 3, maybe 4 hours on the way here. And maybe the legs just haven't gotten there yet. There's a mouthpiece retrieval by the home team in a first period full of delays. Let's see if the Rockets can regroup here. Hope in the center circle tries to win the faceoff over to Barber, but 52, the no-named player on the other team, steps in to get it. They'll send it down. It'll go no icing. Grace played it. It looked like maybe it was going wide, but they looked like it would have been an icing, but I wasn't looking at the referee. I was trying to follow the play here. Eagles centering pass knocked away by Hope's skate. They'll try to move it through the slot. They do. Riley blocks a shot with her right skate. Eagles get it back. They go down low. 52 trying to crawl. Hope's going to stay on her. They'll go to the point. Right point. They'll come back down low. 52 looks for that, but it goes past her. Riley trying to move through 2 defenders and can't get it up and out. Eagles content to just play this game where they keep sending the puck in until they can get somebody at the back door. There was somebody at the back door. They'll hopefully pay for that as the puck comes out of the zone, and Sydney just can't get it. She overskated it, but there's a whole lot of snow right there at the spot between the benches. The benches are very close together. They're separated only by the distance of the center line as the Rockets ice the puck. So there's a ton of snow right between those bench doors where you can see the players exiting. And the puck went there, and Jules looked like she had a chance to move it forward, and the puck just stopped. It stopped quicker than her momentum. Haley on the faceoff. It comes to the near side. Wristed well away from the net and around the boards. Brianna pops that out. This is going to be Alex. She has a defender to beat. Can't do it. Didn't have the angle, but Alex will fight back for that puck. It comes up to the corner and out, and Shoshana sends it in well before 2 players could get out of the zone. We understand there might be issues with the feed. We're just at the mercy of whatever service we could get here, and inside these rinks, in this case, it's cell service that's working better than a putrid Wi-Fi service, which would probably eliminate the stream altogether. So the good news is when this game is being live streamed, it's also being recorded as the Eagles come out to the front. Knocked away, looked like Shoshana got a stick on that and affected the shot from going in. Cookie will skate it out from the back line. Cookie through center. Cookie into the offensive zone, forced into the left side corner. Tries to skate it around the end line, slams on the brakes, and will battle for it low. Haley will cover the left point for Cookie, who could stay down low. Bug pinches in nicely, sends it to the slot. Alex is there, tripped up, no call. Foot trip. You don't have to trip somebody with the stick. Eagles break in 2-on-1. And Bug there to break it up for a moment. Two Eagles over skate. Slap shot attempt knocked away by Haley. Sent in front. Cookie got a piece of it and prevented a hard shot, and Grace covers it up. Haley slams her stick in disgust. That's the sign of a competitive player who, with 3:37 left in the first period, looks up at the scoreboard, sees her team down 4-0, and wants to be and do better. Barbara will take the face-off. And while it appears Hope is at the left wing, she's only there for the face-off. She's really playing center, and Barbara at left wing. Barbara just happens to be proficient, very proficient at face-offs. And those two elected to let Barbara take most of the face-offs here, and it worked right in that case. Eagles will break in here. This is for wrist shot. What a save by Grace! Grace read the move. She slid to her right. She guessed right. And she trapped that one with the Rockets logo on her chest and did not allow a rebound. So Grace stops the breakaway, and we'll see if that can buttress the Rockets here, who are looking to cut into a 4-0 deficit. Sent up to the near point, or rather the far point, the left point, one of the points, you get it. Bug fighting in the corner. She's going to try to use her feet to win it. Not the best angle here. I'd rather keep the front angle for you in case, because that's eventually where the puck is going to go. Eagles will work with it behind the end line. Hope is there. Hope will skate it up the near sideboards, look for a little room, send it up toward Barbara. Hope battling through like a fullback. She gets the puck into neutral ice but can't maintain it there. Bug looking for the on-rushing Alex, but sends it a little bit far from the stick, and they can't connect. Eagles will rush it in. The Gretzky curl at the top, and then a curl back to get around Hope. 4. Centers it. Can't get the stick on it. Could Grace or Morley, or was from one of those players, sent toward the net. Grace stops it with the stick, covers it up. Whistle and a stoppage of play, 2:07 left in an interminable first period that has featured about a half a minute of play with Tri-Cities on the power play and the clock not running, and a long delay for Grace to adjust her left skate. Lacrosse style, Haley wins the face-off, and the puck stays under her, and her player battles to get it. Brianna will send it in. Not icing, although she looked clearly behind the line, so maybe a Rocket break there. Comes to the point, Bug keeps it in, centered for Brianna. Between the points, Brianna takes a shoulder right there without the puck being there. When are the Rockets going to get a call here? When are they going to get a call? They can't get a break. Eagles move it in, wrist shot wide. Haley will move this one around, looking for time and space, the two most valuable things in hockey. Has to send it up the far boards for Brianna. A little too strong, and the defenseman pinches in. Bella moves it up the far boards. Now Brianna has a little room, and she's going to negotiate that one out there off the boards. Looking for Alex in mid-ice. Alex will pursue. See if she can pick that one off. She nearly had the interception. She would have been in alone. Eagles send it in onside. Bella will get it over there as a couple change behind the play for both teams. Picked off in neutral ice and skating in 1-on-5 is number 5. Wrist shot, knockdown, whistle, stoppage of play, 54 seconds left first period. 4-0 Tri-Cities. And they've made their own breaks here, but they've gotten absolutely all but one call. The only call the Rockets have gotten so far is a non-icing when Brianna was about a step behind the red line, but every other break going their way. And the Rockets should have had at least 2, possibly 3 power plays. They haven't seen an Eagle in the box yet. Okay, we can now add another one for the Rockets because Barber got away with a trip or interference behind the play. Wrist shot, looked like it was going wide. Grace gloves it like Francisco Lindor on a lazy Thursday in July. That's for you Mets and baseball fans. Face off to Grace's right, 33 seconds left in the first period. It comes between the points. She'll toe the line, and it's knocked away by Hope. She doesn't have room for a break, so Barber will be the first in pursuit at neutral ice. It goes, finds, and hits the referee's skates. Cookie can't contain the player. Behind the play, there's a Hope I don't know what kind of contact there was there, Tom Rose, but it looked like Hope didn't initiate it, and she ended up on her butt. 8 seconds left as they play it in neutral ice. Barber jumps off. Hopefully the Rockets don't get caught between the chains. 2 seconds and 1. They should not have enough time to get that one centered. And that will do it for an interesting first period from the Gardens Ice Center in Laurel, Maryland. Liftoff, period 2. Trying to give you a little break there from the loudness of the music between periods. Rockets trail 4-0 to the homestanding Tri-City Eagles. Joe Rizzo, glad to bring you all the action from ice side. Rockets win the face-off. Actually, they lost it. Bug gets it, tries to pass it to, that's actually Bug receiving the pass from Aaron. It comes out of the zone and quickly back in for the automatic offsides. Teams will face it off just outside the Rockets' defensive zone. Haley tried to push it forward. The Eagles will bat it into the offensive zone. Rockets will defend. The Eagles had the balance of possession in the first. They knocked this one out of their own zone. 2 Rockets there against 1 Eagle if they could pick it off. A third, that was Alex coming up but the Eagles manage to get it into the offensive zone. Bella leaves it for Cookie. Cookie will look behind the net, move it up the near side boards. That's Brianna over there. Brianna and Cookie playing the two-person game, and they move it out now with Brianna's stick. Brianna banks it off the boards to herself. If she can turn the corner, she's got a chance. Centers it, but it's knocked away and never gets to the front. Alex goes down in a spill. One of the Eagles loses her mouthpiece, but is able to pick it right back up. That one sent through the neutral zone and played within the neutral zone. Eagles wait to get into position, and they hit the fast player in the middle, 52. She's, along with this line, been involved in all or most of the goals, at least 3. Rockets trying to stem the tide here a little bit, see if they can get back on the board and maybe turn this game around. It hasn't gone their way. A centering offering is slowed by Grace and then covered, so no shot there. And we don't have the benefit of shots on the board, so we don't really know what they are. It's definitely in the favor of Tri-Cities at this point. Eagles win the face-off to Grace's left, rather her right, your left watching it. Sent up the near side boards. Can they get it out? The player with speed is Grace. Rose. Grace, maybe, at some point, will be skating, even though she's playing goalie. One-timer sent wide. Another one-timer, also wide. Down to 50 and 17 left. Second period, 4-0 Tri-Cities. They center it through traffic. Wrist shot whistled high from the top of the slot. Near side wall. Rose battling. Gets it up but not out. Wrist shot redirected. Hit Shoshana in front. Shoshana got the body. Up the walls, 1-on-2. They move it out. Sydney was up there. Underman, a trip behind the play, no call. Tri-Cities getting away with that kind of stuff all over the place. And the refs just letting it go or just not competent enough at this level. Wrist shot goes wide through open space. A lot of stuff going on behind the play. Rose is gassed. She rushes off and will substitute for Hope. There's going to be a power play for the Eagles, as if things couldn't get worse for the Rockets. Wrist shot through traffic. A Rocket got a piece of it. Now they whistle it down. Let's see what the penalty is. They're going to call a hook. I can't say that I saw it. I can say that I didn't see it. I don't know if that means it wasn't a penalty or a bad call. Nonetheless, Tri-Cities will go on their second power play of the game. 14:48 is the time. So if they don't score, then 12:48 should be the time. And Tom Rose is going to keep track of the time, lest the scorekeeper not do his or her job the right way again and add another half minute of power play time by not starting the clock. They have started the clock in this one. And the Rockets try to kill it off with Hope and Barbara up front, Aaron and Bug on the back line. They center it and they score, and the referee looks like he took a hit maybe from a stick as 52 was dumped. Shoshana will jump out of the box, so it took them 24 seconds to cash in on the power play off the hooking penalty to Shoshana. Ref seems to be okay. It looked like he got hit by the stick from the falling player. "5-0 Tri-Cities," so the trip not getting off to a great start for the Rockets. They have 31 minutes, 23 seconds to start making good out of this thing. The result not looking like it's going to go in their favor even at this early juncture, but that's why you keep playing. Sometimes you find out just what you're made of when the score is not going your way. Here's a breakaway by 4, 2-on-0, wrist shot. Grace got a piece of it, it looked like, with the inside of her pad, and it goes wide. Eagles cycling down low. They shovel it out in front. 2 are there. Can't tell if the shot made it through traffic. They go back door from the back. and it's now 6-0. If you could see the clock and read it, it still had the penalty up there, but that was an even strength goal. 13:50 left second period, 6-0 Eagles. Let's see if the Rockets can keep working hard, and let's worry about first things first. Keep the Eagles off the scoreboard, and then get that 0 off of the scoreboard themselves. Eagles running the same play every time they go down the ice. They'll get somebody behind the net. They'll send 1 or 2 skaters right at the top of the crease to see if they're unmarked. They'll shovel the puck right there, and it's gotten through a lot of times. Now this face-off will come all the way down to the near end. And what we did see was Grace's glove pop off. So why would the face-off come all the way down here except if it was goalie interference? So if it's goalie interference, why is it not a penalty? That's a hard question to answer without having to talk to the referee or having the benefit of talking to the referee. Nevertheless, it's 5-on-5 and the Rockets shall persist. Alex with Brianna, and there's going to be another penalty, and they're going to call this one against the Rockets for a trip in the neutral zone. Not much to quibble about there. For sure they got that one right, but at 6-0 when you've called them all one way, I mean, that might be the time to overlook it, not overlook all the stuff that's going on behind the play that you're having in your vision. Jules and Hope will be the forwards killing it off. It looks like Cookie and Shoshana back on D. 13:10 left, second period, 6-0 Tri-Cities. Hope blocks one shot and gets a piece of the second. Rockets trying to steer it out of the zone. Icing in effect at all times. And offsides is not a tag-up situation anymore. Centered, and it finds the back of the net. And that's the play that the Eagles have just done over and over. This time it took them 21 seconds to cash in on the power play. 7-0. Looks like there's going to be a timeout for the Rockets. The first 4 goals were a little more hard work. These last 3 have come out on a little easier fashion for Tri-Cities, as the Rockets have definitely lost their defensive form there. Now what we also could see here at some point, you see Molly Rose Smith at the end of the bench there, 27 in her goaltending gear. She is almost certain to get into this game at some point, and if she does, you'll see Grace rush to the bench, jump off to the side, and start changing into her skater's gear. And if and when she does that, she'll come out and play forward. Now, she did have the benefit of Thursday's practice as a forward this week, and that was in the event that she was going to play some forward in the 3 games this weekend for the 16U girls. Also a note about that, the 2 more games over the weekend for the 16U Rockets girls will, unless we could figure something out really good, are not going to have the benefit of the live stream, but we'll post them for you as soon as we can. And Doris is going to help us out with those. So we'll face it off, center zone after the goal that makes it 7-0. Eagles win the faceoff. Grace still between the pipes. If she's going to come out, I wouldn't expect it to be until about the midway point of this game. There's Rose, sends it forward. It's not going to be an icing because that puck just died very strangely. Looked like it was going to come down with a lot of volition, and it just died as soon as it got over the red line. Now the Eagles send it down, and this is going to be a face-off in the offensive zone for the Rockets to the right of the goaltender, who is most likely from this area and wears number 70 almost certainly because she's probably a Washington Capitals fan and grew up loving Braden Holtby, and that's why she wears number 70. He's now departed, first to Vancouver for a year and now to Dallas. Braden Holtby, Stanley Cup winner for the Washington Capitals. Eagles break out up the left wing, 2-on-1, wrist shot. Grace slides over, was protecting the pass. There was no pass, but she made the shot angle non-existent, got the Rockets logo on it and covered it up. 12-12, second period remaining. Rockets trying to cut into a 7-goal deficit, but really more they're trying to show some heart, get their legs about them after a very, very, very long car ride this morning for most of them. Maybe only one or two stayed in the area overnight. Brianna will fish that out of the corner defensively, bank it off the boards. This is Alex if she can win a foot race, and Haley can't do it. Haley was almost there on the other side. Couldn't quite get there. Alex was with her. Alex was closer to the puck. Haley had a better angle. I thought Haley might have had a chance to get there. Haley would have been the one to have gotten it if one of the Eagles slipped up or made a mistake. 11:30, second period. Rockets defending down there. Haley moves into the corner, tries to send it hard around but can't get it through. Bella works to move it up the boards, gets a little space, banks it for Brianna, can't get it out, sent at the net. Grace kicks it aside with the right pad and into the corner. This will be Haley that will fish it out. She gets a little room as the defender backs up, gets a nice little interference from Brianna. Sent up for Alex. Alex doesn't have room, she's 1-on-2. She was thinking about sending it to the corner, but waited just a moment too long and was trying to get some more possession without just giving it up. And when you're in a game where you haven't had a lot of possession, you don't want to just give it up, but still sometimes it ends up being the right play if you're 1-on-2. And that's a learning experience for McCoy 4. Wrist shot covered by Grace. Face-off will come to her left with 10:34 left in the second period, and her team trailing 7-0. All the way to the right is Molly Rose Smith on the bench. She's opening and closing doors, but she's going to be getting ready for some action here probably within the next couple of minutes. Slapper from the right point, maybe a snapper, knocked aside by Grace, goes behind the net and all the way around. Fought for by Aaron, she'll pursue behind the end line. Nobody in front for once for the Eagles. Now there's somebody there, 52. She's semi-unmarked as they have three forwards low. They try to get to the back door. Aaron blew that up, but they can't get the puck out. Down to 10 minutes as I complete that sentence now in the second period. Centered in front, and that looked like it went off somebody and in. I didn't even know if there was a shot there. But the Eagles have scored again. And they lead it 8-0 with 9:58 left in the second. Rockets will change up the D. Rose will take the face off. She's got Elise on her right and Sydney on her left. Eagles win it, sent through neutral ice and in. Here's Morley skating through the left circle. Gets around one but can't get through a second. Elise tries to bang it up through the center zone, but it's picked off between the points and kept in. Eagles cycling. 10 will take it behind the end line, tries to center it, but it finds her own stick, and she moves it still behind the end line. They put it between the points, and then it goes down low. Rose knocked it away, but couldn't get it out of the zone. Coming out of the corner and toward the net are the Eagles. Open in front. Blocker saved by Grace. Near side corner, Rose tries to bang it up the boards, finds herself, gets it to Elise. Elise looked for Rose, couldn't get it to her. Goes back in the Rocket zone, and Cookie's gonna move this one out, looking for a seam through open ice. Cookie doesn't have it, but she sends it in and she'll pursue. Sydney will pick up her point duties. Shoshana backs off on the near side point, and rightfully so, in preventing a 2-on-1. Now Sydney helped her get back, and the two of them eventually break up the 2-on-2 and give Grace no shot, but just a rolling, slow puck to cover up in front. 8:39 left. Second period, 8-0 Tri-Cities over New Jersey. Eagles win the faceoff, but Brianna stepped into the lane to pick it off, and that's what you like to see. Couldn't get a little more room to get through, but almost did. Eagles will play with it behind the end line. Back and forth. Now to the far side half boards. It goes behind the end line, and they just keep batting it back and forth behind the end line as they bring their extra forward, their third forward, eventually in front, creating that triangle. Alex battling for it, falls down. Rockets still trying to get possession and get the puck out. They do. Brianna's got one to beat, but she doesn't have the angle, and she was already starting at about a 6-foot disadvantage. Couldn't make that up. Move through neutral ice. Rockets looking to pick this one off. They do. Aaron gets it, and Bug rather gets it. Bug will skate behind the net to block a player from coming out in front. Gets loose. Wrist shot. Is it in? Or is it a save? Looks like it went in. So another Eagle gets just behind the defender and is alone in front, and there's just not a heck of a lot Grace could do about that one, as it moves to 9-0 with 7:23 left in the second period. Things just not going at all well for the Rockets here on the commencement of their 3-game road trip for the 16Us. The 19Us will play this organization right after this game. That'll be in a separate stream. And I hear that the stream is not so great today, and not much we could do about it, and we'll upload a quality copy of the game as soon as that technology becomes available to us. Hope will chip it to herself. Let's see if she can get through the defense here. Gets through 2, but there's 3 and now 4 white jerseys around her. Can't get through to do much. Rockets try to keep it in. That was Aaron on the pinch. They'll go 2-on-1, wide ice, and bring it into the zone. Riley trying to prevent the move in front. She picks that one off, picks her pocket, and reverses it. Up but not out. That's been the story of the game here for the Rockets. They've been able to get the puck up but not out, and there once again it happens. And the Eagles are content to just continue to bat it into the zone and play cycle hockey down low. That one comes back in front of the Rockets bench, period, a long change. Barbara battling, forces the turnover. Aaron there, tries to get a shot off, but just too many Eagles, too few Rockets, too little time. Rose looking for some open ice, will skate this one into the zone, gets pushed from behind, and loses the puck. 4 Eagles converge on her as she gets in. And yet another mouthpiece on the ice, a blue one. There's been 2 of them so far. Eagles move the puck along the left side boards and down low. They're up 9-0. Centering attempt picked off by Cookie, who will follow the puck to the half boards, but it gets reversed around, and a lot of room for the Eagles to skate it around. Same player, skating, shoots, score. Just skating around the D with Reckless abandon. Referee talking to Shoshana and one of the Tri-Cities players, and now Bella, wearing the captain C, comes over to get involved in any conversation in which she's on the ice and a referee is talking to a player in black. So the score not going their way, but leadership is. And we have a penalty, or is that a player just leaving the ice surface? One of the Eagles has left the ice surface. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the Eagles has left the building. The Rockets could use a few more of them to leave the building and maybe leave the ice, or maybe draw a penalty at some point and get a little power play time. It hasn't been the case. There's been 3, and they've gone all to Tri-Cities. The second period's been played a little more even. The first period, in terms of the penalty calls and non-calls, the first period was 3 ignoring a penalty on the Eagles situation, 2 of them egregious. Brianna's going to try to get through the neutral zone, has somebody with her, tries to get it in front, goalie comes out to cover it up. Paulino has no quit in her. McCoy has no quit in her. Those 2 nearly fired down on a 2-on-1 or a 1-on-0. And they cause a whistle and a stoppage of play. 4:44 left, second period. The Eagles have put 10 on the board. Rockets could use a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to get back in this one. They'll just take a goal at this point. Battled for, holding the stick right in front of the ref. I guess Haley was trying to draw that one. Couldn't do it. Rockets trying to cycle the puck. They looked for Bella between the points, but the Eagles pick off that pass and they come through neutral ice. They're offside if they send it in, but they get back onside and they'll work the play once again down low. They'll probably play with it behind the end line until somebody gets free at the top of the slot like that person does. She gets a lot more company this time, but let's see if the Rockets can take possession away from them. And they do. So there's a trip, no call. Everybody, even the Eagles coach put his hand up looking for a penalty against his team. But no call. I mean, it's right there. Give him a break. Would you please? Rockets defending the house a little bit better, but let's see if they can get the puck out of the zone and try to gain a little possession. They have 3:40 to go here in the second period. And too big a deficit to overcome, but the learning part of hockey is definitely in play right here. And the no quit and what are you made of part is definitely in play as one of the Eagles gets wide open in front. So the Rockets, who had been playing well for a couple of minutes there, get out of sorts, and the Eagles do not make them pay this time as they send it in offside. 3:08 left, second period. They have another one to play after this. There might be some point in the game where, dependent on the score and time, the clock becomes a running clock. Either we're at that point now and the scorekeeper hasn't realized it, or we will get to that point possibly in the start of the third. I think the gap is definitely wide enough for that to happen. This is a wrist shot by Barbara, who hits the crossbar. Barbara picked it off. And Landstrom whistled that wrist shot. She had the goalie beat, and she hit the crossbar. So still no quit. As the Rockets, and Barbara picks off a pass. Let's see if she can maintain possession. Can't do it. But disrupted a rush. And the Rockets now just not giving up the turf as easily as they have been for most of this second period. Eagles get it through neutral ice, but not comfortably into the offensive zone. Barbara fighting for the puck and using the body. An Eagle stick hits it, but this will be Aaron, who will get a little space, try to plow forward. Let's see if she could do it. She gets the puck into the offensive zone, but there's 4 Eagles there, as has been the case nearly every time the Rockets have gotten the puck in. Eagles with a rare mistake here as they ice the puck with 1:58 left in the second period. Rockets with a 0 on the board that they're looking to get rid of. And they have a great opportunity here with an offensive zone faceoff. Rose is going to take it, 75, with Elise in the slot, 12, and Sydney, 78 on the left wing. Rose won the faceoff, but it didn't get quite to the boards to Sydney, and one of the Eagles was able to step in. And let's see, Elise picks that one off for a moment as she keeps Cook, so the other team has a Cook. The Rockets have a Cook. We call her Cookie. Isabella Cook. "97 seconds left in the second period. This one's definitely going to call for a nice large hot tea between games. We'll have to make sure it's decaffeinated this time.
I thought you were going to say beer. That's what
Well, I could use a beer too, Tom Rose, or maybe 7. Not that we condone any of that, as the Rockets knock away a pass and the puck goes out. This is going to be Sydney who picks it off. Sydney trying to fight for the puck in the corner. Let's see if she can get to it. Bug pinches in, gets a stick on it, pop up, no infield fly rule call. Bug wrist shot, can't get it through traffic. It hit one of the Eagles, I don't think it hit Rose. I don't know if it got through there. But Rose was right in front of the net, right where you need to be, even though that puck was a 50-50 puck. If you're going to score, that's the way it's going to happen. 46 seconds left now in the second period. Rockets looking to dent the scoreboard here and to keep the Eagles off of it. The Eagles had 5 in the first, 5 in the second. Or was it 4? 4 in the first, 6 in the second. 27 seconds to keep it out of the net here for the Rockets. Eagles moving it around. That's a nice save by Grace. Slid through and got the back pad on it. This one sent through the middle. Elise racing for it. It was just a little too strong and she couldn't get the stick on it. Elise tries to pick it off. If she had done that against Schofield, she would have walked right into the net. Elise Clifton looking for her first goal in black. Through neutral ice, Rose bats it in. Defender falls down. It goes behind the net, but not enough time for Alex to get there. And the second period has ended with the Rockets looking to turn things around. We'll see if they make the goalie change for the third. It might not happen, but if it does, then Grace might get a little time outside of the net. And the 19s have started warming up. There's Kirsty, Lily, and PJ. can see the 19s getting ready. Grace occupies the net to our right. Liftoff in the third. Wrist shot, save. That looked like hope right off the face-off, breaking in.
Where's the running time?
Looks like no running time, Tom Rose. So I guess we're going to play this out full. Barbara steps in on the face-off, and she'll move back over to wing, taking face-offs. This one sent into the offensive zone by the Eagles. Aaron back to break that up. Eagles will move the puck low, centered in front. Hope picked that one off, coming in down low. Slapper, right pad save. Aaron moves it up the far side boards, but not out. She'll fight for it over there. Whistle and a stoppage of play. Somebody's getting called for a high stick. It looked like that, or was it just knocked down with a high stick? Oh, yeah. And I see one of the Tri-Cities players going to the bench for a high stick. And the Rockets have their first power play of the game. They're looking to dent the net for the first time today. Haley wins the face-off toward Brianna. Brianna will have to fight for it, can't win it. Eagles will take it out 4-on-5. Rockets in retreat. Cookie is back there. Cookie tries to disrupt the play. Wrist shot, there's the save, rebound in front. Pops out, Cookie blocks that shot, another shot down low. There's a Tri-Cities player down behind the play. They'll blow the whistle. She's up and she's moving. Miller, 45. That faceoff should come out of the offensive zone because the stoppage was due to a player from Tri-Cities being down. And they will do that. They will move the faceoff outside. 100 seconds left in the power play for the Rockets, their first power play of the game. They win the faceoff and Brianna moves it up the right wing. It gets to the point now, and that looked like Haley getting it and sending it at the net. Shot stopped, and they'll move it around. And Brianna gets to the opposite wing, centers it, but Haley had moved back into a safety position momentarily. Rockets will send it in offside, and they'll just reset and try to win that face-off again. 1:15 left in the power play, 15:32 left in the game from Gardens Ice Arena in Laurel, Maryland. They'll face it off at center. Haley wins it over toward Alex, and Bug tries to step in. Another Eagle is there, and she steps in to gain possession of the puck, turn the corner, and get it picked off eventually by Haley. Haley breaking in 2-on-2 with Brianna all the way on the other side. Does the curl, looks for Bug coming up to the point, and can't hold on to it long enough to maintain possession. Eagles will move it up and out. Alex in center ice banks it off the boards, but no Rocket there with speed. Bug gets it, waits, looks for somebody, but has to just go up the boards with it. Eagles will get it back in their own zone. They'll get it through neutral ice. 2-on-2, they break in. Bella is there. Rockets changing behind the play with the power play. A little outmanned, wrist shot. Grace with the first save, makes the second save. Rebound cleared away by Bella. Bella versus the ref. Bella under the ref. Bella 2-on-1, bumped. Rose comes in to help out. Rose, nice pass over to Bug. Bug swats it up, but not out. Bug blocks a shot. It comes down to Lynn in the slot. She shovels it forward, but can't get it to the net. Rockets with 3-2-1, and they're only power play of the game has expired as Bella fights for it on the near side. Can't get it up to Sid, but back and forth go the Eagles. Centered for Bug, but she sends it right up to the point. Can Sid get a stick on it 1-on-2? She does and gets it out to the chorus of cheers from her own bench. Something to cheer about for a moment. You'll take every good positive play at this point. The scoreboard not your friend. .13:58 remains on a game that the Rockets would like to forget from a score standpoint, but there's 2 more left for the 16s on this road trip. So you got to build off it. Shoshana defending, 3-on-2. Wrist shot off the glove by Grace. Rebound comes in front, fought for, under a glove for a moment. 78 lifts the hand off it. She had covered the puck with her hand, pretending that she didn't cover it on purpose, but we all know that she did because any of us who have played hockey have done exactly the same thing. I mean, that's just the play that you make until somebody calls you for it. And in the offensive zone, it should be a penalty. In the defensive zone, you could do it and make a pass. Oh, actually, she was in the defensive zone, so what do I know? It was a good play. Wrist shot, saved by Grace, rebound, not allowed. Okay, so I'll give credit to the Tri-Cities player. I was giving her credit anyway for a heads-up play, and it was a legal play. She was in her own zone. She was allowed to move the puck with her hand. Oh, no, what am I talking about? It was in the offensive zone. Get your stuff straight. So it's not just the refs that have been bad today, it's me. Brianna steals the face-off, and she'll skate it out, looking for some room. Gets up the left wing. She'll gain all 3 zones, and Paulino tries to center it. It gets through the back side and out now of the zone. Riley knocks it away. She's got a player trying to go around her. Riley skating hard, staying with her. Somebody decked her in front. It's a good play, no call. Shoshana got the body, so between she and Riley, they break up the half breakaway 2-on-1 into a 2-on-2. Riley's played mostly forward this season, and she drops back to give a little bolster on D for this game. Eagles bring it in. Knocked away by Cookie. Cookie looking. Cookie trying to make a sweet play. Cookie crunches up the right side of the ice. Cookie through center ice. Cookie to the offensive zone, dumps and lets 2 of her forwards change behind the play. One of them is going to have to cover up her defense unless they just go right at the net, which heck, why not? You're down 10-0, you might as well try to get a goal. And it's covered up before any shot can happen as the Rockets tried to center it. 12:02 left in what's been about 5 minutes of a scoreless third period. That's good news for the Rockets because the scoreboard is not in their favor, and it hasn't been since the beginning. But they continue to play on, and an even period would be an improvement from the first 2. So that's what they're looking for here. And some experience and some ice time as the girls play together and get to learn one another. Bug back to defend along with Bella. They tie up some players there. Wrist shot, left pad save, covered up by Grace. And the clock didn't move the entire time. Still 12:02. Somebody please tell the clock manager to start the clock.
It's the opposite of running time.
The clock, they're not starting the clock. The clock. Hey, they finally started it. So a whole, just chunks of this game have gone past the timekeeper. The clock just hadn't started. It does now. Bella trying to body just out of your picture. It's just not the most conducive rink to get a good picture for you. We could get a perch at center ice, but the problem there.
The song yet, though.
The problem there, if we go to center ice and up, is that the protective netting is there, and that really decreases the quality of the picture. So we're in the zone where most of the action has happened for 2 periods, and we'll see when we do the game with the 19s shortly after this one's ended, if we could get a little improvement on the perch. Eagles play with it down low. They try to center it, but Hope blocks that one away. Eagles play with it along the half boards. They try to center that one, and Hope blocks it away. Jules can't get to it, as just the bounces of the pucks just haven't even gone the Rockets' way here. Hope will pick this one off. She'll skate it around the back of her own net. Try to dangle through some traffic. Barbara there pushes somebody down. No call, luckily for the Rockets. Hope breaks out. They're 3-on-2. She's got Riley on the left and Jules on the right. Hope goes wide, drops it for Riley. Riley down low. She'll have to chase after it, but Hope gets to it first. Hope tries to send it out of the corner for Jules. Jules at the left side of the net. Rockets finally getting a little pressure here, but the Eagles will break out 1-on-1 with the second forward just behind. Shoshana to defend. Shoshana blocks it. Rebound comes over to the close side of Grace on the right, and Grace covers that shot up. Near side at the point, looking through traffic, it hits Hope's shin guard, knocked out of the Rockets zone, and they'll change some behind the play. We'll see how many. Jules in pursuit up front. Rockets look like they have nobody back, but there's actually 3 back. They were just out of the picture, and they had come onto the ice out of the picture. Haley picks that one off and gets a little open ice, so she'll skate it up to the center. Rather, that's Haley now, so that was Aaron moving it forward. Sometimes the 11 and the 16 with the long hair could be a little bit of a challenge, especially from this perch. No excuses, though. Haley steps in, sends it at the net, rebound loose in front. Alex is there, tripped up. No call. Might have just tripped over an errant stick that was laid out. Eagles break in, wrist shot. Grace gets a piece and it goes over the net. Ulrich keeping them off the board in the third so far. Scrum behind the net. Cookie trying to come away with it. Cookie up to Brianna. Brianna can't shield it off quickly enough. The defensemen just are pinching with ill repute from their points all game, and that's why they're getting to every one of those pucks that's sent up to the half board at the breakout spot. Brianna gets this one, tries to swat it forward, can't get it on possession. They get it into the zone and allow a change of one player. Cookie nearly picked off that pass through neutral ice, and not too much pressure. Slapper, Grace gets a save, comes to the near side. Haley banging for it. Alex using the body. They send it up to the point. Let's see if they can get it out. There's 3 Rockets there. Alex tries to body off the player. The other Cook in white is the one that shovels it at the net. Grace stops it, covers it, whistle. 8:24 left. Third period. Rockets trying to dent the net at the other end of the ice. Rose taking the face-off in front of you. Bug right here. Eagles win it. They'll go between the points. Cook looking. She sends it down low to Boggs. Goes past her. Bug gets it. Banks it off the back of the net as she's trying to beat Miller for the puck. Miller will regain it. Tries to center it, but Elise came down to guard the pinching defenseman. So good awareness, weak side puck awareness by Elise. This one's sent in, actually by a Rocket. Grace will have to play it. Grace can't decide quick enough. You got to get rid of that thing. It's like a hot potato when it comes to a goalie and somebody's bearing down on you. Grace with the first save with the glove and then covers it up. Just couldn't decide in the moment if she wanted to move it up herself, hand it to the defenseman, and in doing neither, she nearly lost the puck. Same group out there facing it off. Rose won the faceoff, but an Eagle stepped into the spot where the puck went. Bella will get it, tries to come around her own net, but she's 1-on-2. Bug battling for it, pushed down from behind. Eagles center it. Bella will pick that one up, looking for room. There just hasn't been any for the Rockets. Comes to the point and sent back in. The Rockets would really, really, really like to get on the board here. And the first order of doing that is getting the puck out of their own end. They've played most of the game with the puck in their own end. That's the bad news. The good news is that you're getting a close look at some really great girls who are trying their hardest. And they're on a Saturday afternoon doing what they would want to do more than anything else, which is play hockey with their teammates and friends. Eagles bring it in. They get through one. Hope back checking here. Elise now joins the party. Hope gets the puck possession. Can't get it out. Wrist shot. Blockered down by Grace. Shoshana will get it on the far side and skate it out of the zone. Shoshana now looking for some open ice. Gets it to center. She bunts it forward as it hits a blade of a Tri-Cities Eagles stick and slows down. Riley in pursuit, gets it to Shoshana at the point. Shoshana is able to keep it in for a moment. Riley tries to step in and keep it in. Hope back playing safety, and boy, she better get that one, otherwise it's going to be a breakaway. She gets just enough of it, the puck and a body, to keep that from being not only a breakaway, but the Eagles didn't even get the puck into the offensive zone. Hope picks that one off. She'll skate it into the offensive zone, looking for a little room. Gets a little room, sends it toward the net, but there's two Eagles on her every time she touches the puck. Barbara picks this one off. Landstrom tries to go back to the point, but there's three Rockets in the neutral zone and none at the point. Haley comes deep to gather this one. Whiffs on the clearing attempt. It wasn't even a clearing attempt, it was a pass. She was looking for somebody in the middle. 5:15 left. Collision along the far side corner boards. Skating it out is Cookie. She's got Alex and Brianna with her. It's a 3-on-2 for the Rockets. Cookie tries to get through one, sends it at the net, covered up, no rebound, and the Rockets will get an offensive zone face-off with exactly 5 minutes left in the third period. A scoreless third period. The score of the game and the outcome of the game is a fait accompli. That's been decided long ago. The final details will come at the final whistle. But now the Rockets are just trying to win a period. And they're going to be challenged 1-on-2. This one will come all the way to Grace. She'll come out, stop it, cover it, and Bug preventing the 2-on-1 by forcing the longer pass, or a clearing attempt rather than a pass. Somebody's got to take the face off as the Rockets change. It'll be Rose. Rose fighting with the stick, can't win it, as Lynn, the Eagles player, has been all over the ice, had a great game, uses the stick. Eagles, now look, I'm not coaching, but if it's 10-0, there's 4:30 left in the game, and the other team ices the puck, I think at that point I'm telling my goalie to just play the puck. Not for nothing. Anyway, so the Eagles have yet another offensive zone face-off. Slapper through traffic doesn't get through all of it. Right wing board, Sid can't get it out. Bella deflects a shot. It comes to the near side corner. Bug's going to fight there. Morley with the spin move. She'll go right at the net. She shoots it off of the 90-degree angle, and the puck ricochets off the netting for a stoppage with 4:09 left. They win the face-off, knocked away. Rockets will move it out. Up through the neutral zone. And into the offensive zone, 3:52 left. Rockets now trying to defend and keep Tri-Cities off the board. Wrist shot off the backhand. Grace makes the save. Eagles play around with it. And Rockets now get to it, Hope. Behind her own end line. They'll back up and give her time and space, and she'll use the time and the space to get it up but not out. Eagles rush back in, wrist shot, Grace one save, rebound comes to Hope's area, and Hope's got a little room, 3-on-2. If she hurries, she powers up the left wing. She's got Sydney, and she's got somebody over there. That was Elise, it looked like. She found her with the shot, a pass, and then Elise got the shot off. Erin back in her own zone, leaves it for Haley. Haley over to Barbara, a little too strong off the boards. Barbara picks that one off. Barbara going to try to get a rush into the offensive zone, can't do it. Rockets trying to move the puck into the offensive zone now, 2:43 left in the game. Trying to dent that net and keep Tri-City off the board for the remainder of the period here. Wrist shot, that's knocked away by Haley, comes to the corner. Trying to move it out are the Eagles. Erin will pursue, peels off, still trying to get to the net. Erin using the body, but can't get possession away. This is number 4. She wraps around, looking, spinning, back around behind the net, spins again. Foot-to-foot contact there. Wrist shot, Grace save, rebound, goes just wide. Haley comes to clear it off the end line. Grace whacks the player that's sitting in her crease. And we're under 2 minutes to go. Wrist shot goes just wide. They try to come out in front. Erin tries to move that up the far boards. It's sitting there. Morley will get it, but Cookie will pick it off. Cookie's going to skate it out to the neutral zone. Finds a little traffic there. Riley up to Alex. Alex tripped up again. Maybe just muscled off on that one. Tri-City brings it in. Wrist shot, score. So they dent the net with 1:15 left. That's the first goal of the period for either team. And with 75 seconds left, the Rockets will face it off one more time. Eagles win the faceoff, move it into the offensive zone. Wrist shot off one of the sticks of a Tri-Cities Eagle, but it redirected too strongly. Rockets move it out. We're under a minute left. Rose comes back, sends it over for Sid, but possession to the other team. Glove down by Grace. Whistle and a stoppage of play. 41.4 seconds left. Rose with a defensive zone face-off. She wins it over to Sid. Sid goes down, centered. Bug picks that one off. Chips it to the near side for Elise. Elise blocks that one down, over to Bug. Near side, can Elise get to it? She can't. Whiff there, Bug picks it up. 30 seconds left, trying to get it out of the zone. Sid there tries to power it up the boards but can't get it past the point. Eagles are going to try to put the pressure on one more time. 52. 11-0 with a minute left. You probably should have your coach fired if your team is still shooting the puck at this point, but we're not going to teach the other team about sportsmanship. The girls don't know any better. They're just going to do what they're programmed to do.
I don't see you losing. I got your wife on kids.
10 seconds left. There's what probably will be the last face-off of the game. Puck behind the net. 4 seconds left. Comes to the near side. One wrist shot. Goes just wide. That'll do it. So, that one does not go the Rockets' way. They'll be back at it on Sunday and Monday at the 16U level. They fall in this one 11-0. From Gardens Ice Arena in Laurel, Maryland, this is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching Rockets Hockey.